Good afternoon, coaches. So this Facebook thing is pretty interesting. This whole week we've been hearing some back and forth about some things that have been happening to some top coaches. We've heard some rumblings in the past, but it sounds like it's going to be getting a little bit more serious, and they're implementing some new policies and procedures after the new year also. So instead of trying to type out something to you guys, I figured I'd do a really quick video just kind of to let you know what I'm thinking. You're welcome to, do your own research and follow your own, philosophy and what you think you should do. And I welcome that. There's Huffington Post did an article about Facebook changing the rules. And I also saw something on LinkedIn. I could not find the LinkedIn article. It wasn't Team Dynamite's page. But again, it's important for you to familiarize yourself with the policies and procedures of Facebook. Okay, so initially Facebook was put and set in motion for people to keep in touch with their family and their friends, right? And so that's what our personal page is for us to connect with people that we once knew, either from high school or college, people that don't live near us, and that kind of thing, right? So it's our personal page. It's about you in your life and your family and that kind of thing, personal. And then they have like pages. And I think, for the most part, when I first started as a coach, we kind of shied away from the like page because it was a little bit too confusing, a little bit overwhelming to work. We really were talking so much about branding ourselves, getting people to know you. This is such a relationship building business that was so important, that the customer get to know you. Your prospects get to know you, what you're all about. With that said, though, the issues that are happening are because people are starting to do business from their personal page, which Facebook frowns upon. So things like, I have a sale, whether you're a Beachbody coach or a rap person or Avon or whoever, whatever, marketing company or direct selling company that you're working for, selling your products and promoting that on your personal page is technically a no-no. So if they catch you, they'll shut you down. Most people don't really get caught. I'm not really sure how that works, okay? So now we're hearing also rumblings, as I mentioned in the beginning, about how some of the top coaches are getting shut out of Facebook. Okay, and I listened to the Platinum Presenters call earlier this week. You're welcome to listen to that, but I thought it was a little bit confusing. I don't think they know enough to really give kind of a firm grasp of what they think they're going to be doing. They gave some suggestions, but again, a little bit confusing, especially for new coaches that are getting started. So what is happening is that they're finding that the people that are losing Facebook access are people that might be doing business from their personal site. B, the other thought process is that you're an admin to too many groups. As coaches, we have a ton of groups going on, right? So my advice to you would be to delete your old groups, remove yourself from an admin as the group. If you want to keep the group alive, remove yourself as admin from that group. When I'm done with my groups, I always delete them anyways, just because it's too much clutter for me. I don't like to look at all of that. And Hootsuite is another big one. I always remove my things from Hootsuite, but now they're saying that using those third-party tools can also attract attention to you and your site and your page and what you're doing. So replicating posts and using Hootsuite is also something that, some of the top coaches are concerned that is what is attracting people from Facebook to get rid of our access, okay? So stop using Facebook if you can. Hootsuite if you can, or limit it to one or two things. They are really not sure what is triggering this. So this is, again, just my suggestion. You can take it however you like. I have my own philosophy on what I'm doing, and I'll let you guys know how that is once I finish. And so those are kind of the basic bullet points from what I'm gathering from hearing everyone. Now, you know that I have started us a team page on Google+. I'm a big fan of Google. I'm not sure how to go about, getting people to follow you from there, like Facebook, because it's a little bit different. but you can utilize those tools in there for other things. You can utilize Hangouts, similar to Messenger. The communities are similar to challenge groups, okay? You know this from our Team Inspire page. If you aren't already on the Google Plus Team Inspire page, message me or find the link in our page to get onto that, okay? My biggest thought process and concern here is, what if you wake up tomorrow and you're shut out of Facebook? What do? Where are your customers? How are you keeping track of those people? These are things that you really need to think about. Challenge groups are our bread and butter, and this is how we grow our customer base and how we grow our business, right? So what if there wasn't Facebook groups? Then what's your plan, right? So this is something that you really need to think about heavily. You know, we don't know what the rhyme or reason again is from being shut out of Facebook, but you need to be prepared, right? So new coaches coming on, and if you don't already, I would say start a like page. You want to start doing business the right way through Facebook rules from your like page, okay? Keep your personal page as just that. It's for personal use, friends and family, you know, and nothing's to say that you can't share information from your like page onto your personal page, but start with your like page, doing business from there, okay? It definitely takes some time to grow those likes, but, you know, slowly migrate your friends and family over to your like page. It'll take time, but it's just better, okay? Now, for me, I am going to probably stop running groups from Facebook. I'm going to try to use Google Plus solely for this, just because then that takes that part of the equation out of there for me. I already have a CRM that I use and a database of emails for my customers, so I already have all those things in place. That part doesn't concern me. I think a big thing that concerns me is losing touch from you guys and losing touch from my challengers as they're going through these programs, okay? So Google Plus Communities works almost the same exact way, as far as I can tell, that Facebook groups do. You create the community, you can say if it's private or not, you invite people to the community, and you can run the group the same way. You can share links, you can share videos, you can share documents. Now, in the beginning, I was struggling with the sharing documents part, but if you put your document into Evernote, or you create a document typed out in Evernote, and you share that link in the community, that works, okay? So I just created my whole 30 group that's going to start on January 5th. I've got all of the rules and the food lists and the shopping, all these things are already uploaded, and I'm getting putting that in there. So people need to probably have a Gmail account, a Google Plus account to gain access to those communities, but most people do. I'm not finding too much terrible, and it's free to create one, so it's not that big of a deal usually. You know, and I do run into a lot of people on my FitnessPal who don't have Facebook. So this actually could broaden even your spectrum for you as far as, you know, Instagram, my FitnessPal, Twitter. Some people just don't like Facebook, right? They might not want to share their journey in Facebook. I come across that on Instagram all the time too. They love it, but they're not on Facebook. So this is just another way to kind of, you know, get across what we need to get across. You know, again, be thinking, what if Facebook shut the lights off on you when you woke up tomorrow? Where would you be? You want to prepare yourself for, you know, something like that. You know, all your eggs are in one basket, and they own all your contacts and all your pictures. You don't, they do. So it's gone, it's gone. And there's nothing you can do about it because that's their rule. So, you know, being aware of this is huge, okay? So message me if you have any questions. Try to start to dial back some of the things that you're using, some of the third-party tools that you're using, and think about some other ways that you can go about doing the same things, becoming more organized, you know, and just doing something else, doing something new. Google Plus is going to be my way of making some changes. If I come across or explore something else, I'll definitely share that with you guys. And likewise, if you find something that you're using that's working really well, please share it with the team as well. Okay? So I hope you have a great night. Message me if you have any questions, and I'll see you on our page.